Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you picks of the day for Wednesday, June 19th. It's about 7:15 in the morning here in California. Let's start, as always, by reviewing the picks from yesterday. And we had a good day yesterday. We were 4 for 4 across the board. So the Athletics did win on the money line against the Royals as a slight underdog. Picked up 1.13 units there. Padres Phillies went under 8.5. Giants Cubs also went under 9.5. So again, with the Cubs at Wrigley and the winds blowing out, it's still sort of a mixed bag. Sometimes you get a lot of home runs. Sometimes it's just a regular game. So across the money line in totals, we were up almost 3 units for the day. And so we're down just over 4 units for the season. And I actually broke that out over here if you're curious as to what the discrepancy is between the totals model and the money line model. Totals model is actually up a little over 3 units for the year. The money line model is down 7.5 units for the season. And then the spreads, on the spreads we had the Cubs plus 1.5 and they won outright. So we picked up 0.6 units there. So on the spreads model we're down about a unit across this season. So let's move on to the picks for today. So here's the money line games. And the probabilities for each of these games. And after filtering, our model is telling us to take a look at 4 home teams and 2 away teams. The first game it's telling us to look at is the Cardinals at the Marlins. It says take the Marlins if you can get 146 with Pinnacle showing 152. So let's take a look. So the Marlins over here, let's click over to money lines. And the Marlins, you see, we can get as high as 156. So that's above our target. So we're going to mark that down. Marlins plus 156. Okay, next up, Diamondbacks at the Nationals. Saying take the Nationals at 121 and Pinnacle showing 142. So this is one where the model has a substantial disagreement with the bookies. They think Washington's about a coin flip. And obviously you can get odds a lot better than that. So we could take, South Point has them at plus 145. So we'll do that, the Nationals plus 145. Okay. Next up, Astros at the White Sox. Garrett Crochet pitching for the White Sox, which is why they're not a huge underdog. And they're saying to bet the White Sox if you can get 115 with Pinnacle showing 109. So let's take a look. So yeah, we're not going to get to 115. It looks like the best we got is 108. So won't find a bet there. Next up, Kansas City at Oakland. It's saying take Oakland if you get 169. Cole Ragans pitching for Kansas City. Let's see if we get the A's at 169. And no, the best we're getting is 157 at Circa and at Bookmaker. So we will not find a bet there. Moving on to the visiting teams. It likes the Reds at the Pirates if you can get 120 on the Reds. So let's take a look. And it looks like, yeah, we're just getting 120 at Superbook. So we'll do that, the Reds plus 120. And the final money line to consider, Rays at the Twins, likes the Rays if you get 169. Raised 169. Yeah, we're not getting anything near that. We're getting 150 at South Point, but that's the best we're going to get. So no bet there. So it looks like we got 3 bets on the money line. Let's move over to totals. Here's the full set of games and the probabilities. And it's having us look at 6 unders. So the first under is Marlins at the Cardinals. Under 8.5 at once, plus 104 though, probably a stretch. Click over to totals. Yeah, and we're seeing minus 105 across the board at 8, so no bet there. Marlins Cardinals 8.5. Interesting. So actually, I had 8.5 at Pinnacle, but it's looking like 8s across the board, which is even worse for us. So no bet there. Next up, Phillies at the Padres. At 8.5, it's saying we want plus 108, so that's probably a stretch. Let's take a look. Padres. Yeah, so at 8.5, we're seeing even money, but we're not seeing better than even money, and we got 1.9 at minus 123. So let me just do a quick calculation to see if that would work. So it looks like at 9, the model wants still minus 119. So not quite good enough, even that one option at 9. So it doesn't look like we'll find a bet on this game. Let's move on. Excuse me. Next game, Nationals at the Diamondbacks. Point is 9.5. The model's saying anything better than 115 is good. And showing 110, so let's take a look. So 9.5, we're getting minus 110 here at Circa. That seems to be the best one. There's this 9 over here at plus 105. I'd rather take the 9.5 then. So we'll take the 9.5 minus 110 at Circa on the Diamondbacks Nationals. We're going to take under 9.5 at minus 110, I believe it was. Let me double check. Yeah, minus 110 here at Circa. Okay. Next up, Guardians at the Mariners. And it's saying to take the under 8 once plus 105 though. Let's take a look. Under 8 now, in fact, under 8 we're already getting, the best we're getting is minus 120, and most of the other ones have gone to 7.5. So we're not going to find a bet there. Next up, Angels Brewers, saying take under 8.5, you get minus 102. Angels Brewers, nope. We're getting minus 113, but not minus 102. So no bet there. And finally, A's Royals, 7.5. And it wants plus 107, so it's probably a stretch. Yeah, we're not getting anything better than even money, even getting close to that. So no bet there. So that's it for our totals. Let's take a look at the spreads. Again, here's the full list. And going down a little bit, so you can see these games over here. And after all that, Mal's saying take a look at 2 home teams. So again, it's the Marlins and the Nationals, so 2 of the teams that we picked on the money line. So let's take a look. So the the Marlins plus 1.5. It says you want minus 110, which is exactly what it seems to be showing. So let's take a look. Spreads. Click over to spreads. And Nationals plus, I'm sorry, we're looking at the Marlins. Marlins up here. Marlins, yeah, we got minus 110 a few places after taking the plus 1.5. So we'll do that. Marlins plus 1.5 minus 10. And next, Diamondbacks Nationals wants minus 124, and it looks like it's showing minus 117. Let's take a look. And we get as good as minus 113 here. So let's do that. Washington plus 1.5 minus 113. Okay, so again, we're double betting some teams both on the money line and the spread. So just keep that in mind. But that's what we got. So we got 3 money line bets: Marlins, Nationals, and Reds. 1 under, Diamondbacks and Nationals under 9.5, and the Marlins and Nationals also on the spread. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.